Sing all day long at Christmas. Hi Santa, this is my list of stuff. So first thing is, can I please have your sleigh and one of your elves and give me a house, two houses, and give me two cars. And that's all for today. Love Josiah. Wait, one more thing. Can I please have your workshop? Now, Love Josiah.
2, 3. 3 hats. And can I also have a flying bed? I think I'm on Coco Melon. And can I also have an elf? I want him to take the cookies so you can get presents that are good for me. Good trade, right? And can I also have a free kind candy machine? Thank you.
Dear Santa, first things first, how dare you tell my friend Lulu that you cannot give her a flying chicken? You're magical. It shouldn't be that hard. Anyways, stop eating my cookies, my sister's cookies, and all of my friends' cookies. They're ours. Anyway, for Christmas, I want a real-life baby bear. It's so cute. And the power to have invisibility, teleportation, and to freeze time. P.S. I want my mom to get a Christmas miracle and Infinity Dollars. Love, Lulu.
Dear Santa, it's Pumpkin again. I am 3 years old and I really, really, really want one of those teddy bears that say raw. And you ate my cookies. Don't eat any of the cookies Mommy put out. And to make up to it, you have to come to my birthday. And can you bring Taylor Swift? And don't eat my cookies. And Mommy said you are not real. She is crazy. And I want a new sister. And that is it. Bye-bye. From Pumpkin.
Oh, toy train. cannot fly, so I cannot give you a flying chicken, and I'm very mad at you for that. But I have an idea. What if you gave me a jetpack and a flying chicken? But I want the jetpack on the chicken. And this year, my mom put a note next to the cookies that say, "For Santa," but that is a lie. I'm the real Santa. And you need to give my friend Pumpkin her a new baby sister. And if you can't get me that, then why are you Santa? Bye-bye.
Night.
For 3 bags of gold, I will rid the town of Hamlin Flat for 1 night.
The mayor didn't believe the stranger at all, but he shook the man's hand anyways and agreed.
I agree. Deal.
Late at night, while everyone was asleep, the stranger stepped into the dark, empty street. From his pocket, he took out a small black flute and began to play an odd, hypnotic tune. The next morning, as the people of Hamlet awakened, they noticed something very different. There were no rats! The stranger told the mayor that he had been true to his word and solved the town's rat problem.
I have solved the town's rat problem. Where are my 2 bags? Rat problem? We don't have a rat problem. Look around, there's no rats. We don't have a rat problem. You may not pay in full, but you will pay. Don't you dare make a threat at me, sir. Now get out of my town before I have you thrown into jail.
The stranger left the town, but not for long. That night, while everyone was asleep, the stranger returned. This time, he played a different tune. The stranger led all the children up of the town up into the mountain. As they reached the top, the mountainside suddenly cracked open. Once the stranger and all the children were safely inside, the mountain slammed shut. Some people say the crack in the mountain was a secret doorway to a magical land. Some say it was where the stranger himself came from. No one really knows for certain. The doorway, if there ever was one, was never found, and the stranger and the children of Hamlin were never seen again. The end.
Here's what I want. I want a baby fish, an iPad, and 6,700 phones, and $9,000. And you want to know why I want all of this? Is because my mom or dad won't get it for me. And I really want it. And I promise, and I mean it this time, I'll be good. P.S. I'm Brooklyn, and I'm 10 years old. And I better not be on the naughty list. And make sure you get what I want. Thanks. Bye.
Of cats. Once upon a time, there was a very old man and a very old woman. They lived in a nice, clean house which had flowers all around it, except where the door was. But they couldn't be happy because they were so very lonely. If we only had a cat, sighed the very old woman. I will get you a cat, my dear, said the very old man. and he set out over the hills to look for one. He walked a long, long time, and at last he came to a hill which was quite covered with cats. "Oh," cried the old man joyfully, "now I can choose the prettiest cat and take it home with me." So he chose one. But just as he was about to leave, he saw another one all black, and it seemed just as pretty as the first. So he took this one also. And now over there he saw a cat which had brown and yellow strips like a baby tiger. "I simply must take it," cried the very old man. So it happened that every time the very old man looked up, he saw another cat which was so pretty he could not bear to leave it. And before he knew it, he has chosen Oldham. And so he went back over the sunny hills and down the cold valleys to show all his pretty kittens to the very old woman. It was very funny to see those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats following him. Pretty soon, the very old woman saw them coming. "My dear," she cried, "what are you doing? I asked for one little cat, and what did I see? Cats there, cats and kittens everywhere. Hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats." "But we can never feed them all," said the very old woman. "They will eat us out of the house and home." "I never thought of that," said the very old man. "What shall we do?" The very old woman thought for a while, and then she said, "I know, we will keep the cat. Let the cats decide which one we should keep." "Oh yes," said the very old man, and he called to the cats, "Which one of you is the prettiest?" Cried hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cat voices, for each cat thought itself the prettiest. And they began to quarrel. They bit and scratched and clawed at each other and made such a great noise that the very old man and the very old woman ran into the house as fast as they could. But after a while, the noise stopped, and the very old man and the very old woman peeped out of the window to see what had happened. They could not see a single cat. "I think they must have eaten each other all up," said the very old woman. "It's too bad, but look," said the very old man. And he pointed to a bunch of high grass, and in it sat one little frightened kitten. They went out and picked it up. It was thin and scraggly. Poor little kitty, said the very old woman. Dear little kitty, said the very old man. How does it all happen that you were not eaten up with all those hundreds and thousands and millions and billions and trillions of cats? Oh, I'm just a very homely little cat, said the kitten. So when you asked who was the prettiest, I didn't say anything, so nobody bothered about me. They took the kitten into the house where the very old woman gave it to a worm bath and brushed its fur until it was soft and shiny. And it is a very pretty cat after all, said the very old woman. It is the most beautiful cat in the whole wide world, said the very old man. I ought to know, for I've seen hundreds and thousands of cats, and millions and billions and trillions of cats, and not one was the pretty as this one.
All